Baltimore has been Baltimore dollar homes have been the talk uh, for a while here now. But the sad thing is, folks thought they were going to be able to partake in it, and that's not true. It's not for everyone. But that doesn't leave everyone out from Baltimore uh, housing market being one of the cheaper housing markets to still get into. Uh, Now, some people will question whether it's good or bad, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the fact that right now you probably can't get into the Dollar House program, but we're going to show you, we're going to take a look at some of the inventory in the Baltimore area under 100,000 for folks that are actually looking to try to come into Baltimore and try to invest. This is Marcellus Kendell. This is another Hump Day Real Estate with Kendell in the DMV, and I appreciate you for checking in with us again. Another Hump Day Wednesday. So I'm gonna share my screen here, and we're gonna get into we're gonna look at now. You're gonna see this from the eyes. Let's do this right. There we go. Share my screen. It all set up, and it went away. Let's see. Okay. Go back in and set this up. So we're going to use a couple of zip codes, and we're going to go out there and we're going to see what Baltimore has to offer under 100,000. And so right now, I did a search in the 21213 zip code, 21213 zip code. I think for some that would sound like Bel Air, Edison. It goes all the way down near Caroline Street and all down that way near Broadway, going towards Johns Hopkins Hospital. So let's take this to the lowest. Go up. So in 21213, there's 13 homes actively on the market. Some of these are actually being auctioned off. And so this is what you're looking at, folks, when he's talking about coming into Baltimore, and you start with the lowest price, 15,000. Now look what you're looking at here. And this is like one of those alley streets. So, and you see all the board ups there. So you have to understand when you come to Baltimore to invest, you have to really take your time and get with the right professional so that you can travel through the areas, know exactly what's going on, get your CMAs and all of that stuff, so you know that what you're getting, whether you're buying to fix and flip or buying and hold, you need to make sure that what you're buying, your product will actually do what you want it to do, and that's you want to buy an investment, then build equity, and then you want cash flow. So if that's what you want, you have to make sure that the area that you're looking for that gives you that. Don't just chase $15,000 price point. This is another one. Surprised we have some photo. House has been burnt and all kinds of stuff. These were all 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. Hoffman Street. This thing doesn't even have a roof here. So if you buy this one next door to this, you may have some water damage that may be coming in over here. Not that beat up inside. Maybe somebody was renting this not too long ago. That might be why that wall, might be that moisture coming from next door. Yeah, somebody most definitely was renting this not too long ago. The one at 20,000, and this one also is being auctioned. You know, that looks like water damage. Walls and all look pretty like it was putting a sheetrock not too long ago. The trash have to be cleaned out. And folks want to know what they're getting into. Now, you imagine what I'm showing you now are homes over $15,000. So imagine what the $3,000 or the dollar houses actually look like. These aren't that bad in the inside for prices, but then we have to go and look at what's going on in these neighborhoods. What's going on with the house that caught fire at the end of the block. Once you put money into the property, can you get a tenant that's satisfied um, your goals? And the number one thing, folks, that's what you have to have getting into this business, a goal. You have to have a goal. Don't just go and buy a house and say, I'm just going to rent it. What's the goal? What are you going to do with the money that's left over? Now, Robert Kiyosaki and his wife would say in the book, I think it was Kim with one of the Mercedes. So Kim would actually go and buy an investment property that made sure that the rent, once it was paid, the income that came in minus the expenses paid for the Mercedes. And that's a mindset shift, really, because most of us go get a job and say, okay, we're gonna go get a job, and then we can pay the $400, $500, $600 a month payment through that job. But what if you get somebody else to make that payment? So it's mind shift. We got to think a little different. There was somebody fully gutted and started framing. They probably ran out of money or got shut down. But again, look at the block, folks. You know, I mean, gotta go to Cedar Four area, but you know, with two board ups on each side, um, can we get a good tenant in this place? And this one looks like they're trying to hold the front up with that. I don't know. This thing's falling apart. But they want 32. So must be something going. I believe it's down in this area, probably something decent going on. But you have to have the right guts to go in here and the right resources to go in here and restabilize that wall back up. Or you even look at a renovation. The home block starting to look a little better, right? But again, you got to be careful because you got to know the block. You got to know what's going on in the actual neighborhood. And looking at it, most people say, hey, what's the price point on this? This looks like it. But again, you have to know what you're getting into. Who is the end? What's your goal? And who is the tenant going to be? Some folks might be looking at to buy it and live in it. And you know, so you get to see what you can do as well for somebody that's looking to move into the area and they're looking to do something pretty cheap and put in the work themselves. And there's loans for that. 203K loan can help you buy the property and get the money to renovate it as well. Just like the hard money, just like the investors use the hard money and private funding to buy and also fix up. And for that 203K, um, there's an FHA product and there's also a conventional product. So of course your um, credit score has to uh, reflect for both of those different products. And the interest rates are going to be a little higher because they're loaning you that construction money. You see, a lot of these have been renovated before, or at least some type of renovation has been done. But again, what's going on this block? It looks like somebody just put some bathrooms and kitchen in and put some floors in here and painted. What's going on that block? Figured I'd take today to kind of, a lot of folks are reaching out, asking me about that dollar program, and that's ruling folks out. Let's look at what some of the dollar homes might look like and what the homes that are not in that program could look like. It looks like those the roofs are gone. All board up. So if you buy this, you still have two board ups on either side. It looks like that roof is gone. So again, another one that's, if it leaks, it's going to run down the wall and come down that wall. That's just probably why that wall looks like it's buckling a little bit. Like this is the Bel Air Addison area. A little better of an area when it comes to the homes and a little more better, might be a little better civilization over there. Hardwood floors are pretty decent. Like they had those redone. A lot of other things they need to bring up the aesthetics, so you can get the rent that somebody would want uh, to stay in this property. It's not bad. $50,000 purchase price is this auction. Yes, another auction. That's probably the starting price. Another board up right there. It's like trees here, so it's probably a board up on that side as well. I've been sitting for a long time. That you can tell it's moisture. Look at all this peel and paint. That we probably shot. So my investor guys are telling me on these folks are 125,000 to renovate. That's just a 2-bedroom house. The job start with cleaning this baby out from top to bottom. This is what your cheap look like, folks, and this is in the $55,000 range. Still East Baltimore. This was renovated, looks like not long ago. And some new walls. Again, you gotta, I know what's going on with that block. Yeah, see straight through the sky. Yeah, I have guts for these renovations. $43,000 price point. Somebody started at some point, gave up. $48,000 price point. Up to 74,000 now. We got one on Linwood that was almost like this about 3 years ago. My how time and prices changed. We got it for about 30,000. Actually ended up being a decent flip. And now you see where the prices kind of go to. $79,000. Somebody fully gutted this. Do one more East Baltimore. Look at 12. These are ones that people would probably use it the front as a storefront or something. They tore this thing up. This one really might be in the area that might be a potential flip. What is this, the auction? That's the auction. They'll probably bid this thing up to probably about 80,000, 80, 90,000, maybe even 100. Some hold investors might pay a little higher. East Cold Spring, 82,000. That you're gonna need that whole 80 or so in there. A lot of work needed. Let's come over to West Baltimore. 15 first. What is this little thing? Like that was a store. Let's see. 3 bedroom, 1 bath. Well, it's 3 bedroom bath. Wow, 765 square feet. This is also auction. What is it? That's weird. I don't think it can't be a 3 bedroom there. You know? What size lot is this sitting on? Lot not even that big. Town Road. 44,000. Like fire damage. Yeah, heavy fire damage. You got the guts for this. This might be a decent semi-detached. I don't know. 6-bedroom, 2 baths. Scattersons. For a little project. Had to check and see what's going on over on West Garrison though. 55,000. We won on Palmer Avenue. I already did some renovation, but ain't that location. One more. On Reisterstown Road again. 72.5. 3-bedroom, 2 bath. So 16. $10,000. This is probably an auction though. This is over there off of Poplar Grove. So it's a full gut for sure. They let that roof go. 2 bedrooms. That's the auction. On Harlem. All those panel walls. $25,000 price point. This is also an auction. 2700 block of Harlem. See, more board ups here though. But somebody somebody took the risk and went in there and it's a renovation and tried to rent it out. It's another auction. $30,000, probably an auction as well. Oh, this is a short sale. Board up, board up, board up. Let's do one more. Let's do 17. Uh-oh, 5,000. So folks get happy. They see 5,000. I can get a house with 5,000. Probably spend 5,000 to get this stuff out. I guess block, the neighborhood. You have to do your research on that. This is probably an auction. Yep, auction. 10,000. They stabilizing this front wall. You have to deal with that first. This is an auction. Yep, Adam Spritz. Look at these, all of these. There's nobody left there. Looks like you might can see the roof. Going to build completely from scratch. This is it. It'll be another auction. Completely from scratch. You got to go in there and demo this thing out. Bring the bulldozer. Another auction. I went in and started trying to frame. Folks, this is what it kind of looks like. Um, what it looks like in the Baltimore market when you question it and you ask about the dollar houses. These are some of the zip codes. But again, that program is not set up for everybody. But you got to see exactly what you could partake in if you wanted to actually play in that 10, 20, 30, $40,000 price point. But as you see, most of the houses don't start getting a better foundation until you get up in the 70s. We didn't see any really in the hundreds, but that's where the things are, houses a little bit more together. So and it's about taking time, folks. But a lot of folks don't get it. I get people that come to me and they're like, I don't need to see this house, and mad because you didn't see that house. Opportunity is what it's called. You're always going to get an opportunity, whether you get the opportunity today or tomorrow, and then you can't cry about it because you don't know whether you you just dodged a bullet by not seeing that property or going to that property. So it's not about rushing to spend the money that you have or the opportunity. It's about being prepared for the right opportunity and then going out and then looking at these homes, finding out what you can do. And really, if you're an investor, you need to understand what things cost in this business. That way, you're not going to win a deal if you got to wait to see the house when your contractor comes. Don't work. And that's even, unfortunately, that's even you as a homeowner. So that's why sometimes it gets tough when you're buying a house in general, because some people, if it's a lot of multiple offer situations, some people will move to inspection contingency. And I would tell you as a regular homeowner to do that. But investors, a lot of times, they won't allow for you to walk through. So you're going to have to know yourself what it's going to cost you to put that roof on. What's it going to cost you to put those windows in? You're going to have to understand that a roof that does not need to be completely torn off might cost you between $4 and $6 a square foot, depending on who the roofer is. You're going to have to understand that windows installed are probably going to be $400 or $500 a piece installed. And you probably need 13, 14 windows in most of those townhouses. You're going to have to understand what a door is going to cost to get installed. You're going to have to understand that the average kitchen I'm probably gonna say my numbers wrong. 9x5 might be a little bigger. They're gonna be roughly around $10,000. You're gonna have to understand these things if you're gonna get into the business. Don't rush to get into something. Have somebody else tell you what these contractors tell you what things cost, and you don't have a clue what they actually cost. And that's why you'll come here. I'm telling you, you'll come here, you'll get in the contract with these people, and they may tell you, especially you got to watch out some. I'm sorry, my amigos, but you got to watch out for them. They say, "Oh, we can do it for 90,000." And then once they get in there and start doing the work, before you know it, you're at 150,000 and you're supposed to be flipping, or you're expected to refinance so you can cash out and put some money in your pocket, then rent, and you're all upside down because you don't know the numbers. So learn the numbers first, walk enough houses, see exactly what the houses, and pick a location a lot of times. Don't be all over the place. Pick a location. That way, at least you know the homes in that area, and then you know. And once somebody tell you the prices, you boom, you already know. Oh, it's going to cost 10,000 for that. It's going to cost 5,000 for that. It's going to cost this, and then you run all your numbers. All these numbers don't work. So take your time. We're trying to build wealth. We don't need things to set us back. We're trying to build wealth, not lose it. Another hump day real estate with Kendell in the DMV, and I'm signing off. I may have to my right or to my left the video for 203K loans. See you next week.